What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Time to make another video. It's been a while. Gotta get back into it. So basically today we're gonna replace a flush valve in a toilet. And I'll show you what to do. It's really easy. So don't call a plumber. If you feel confident in doing this, do it. Okay, so here's your toilet. It's full of water right now. When you flush your toilet, I'll give you a little operational how this works. That red thing down below, you watch as I flush this, pull it up, water goes down, and once it hits that point, boom, it closes that flapper valve, and all that water flushes down your toilet. This big old looking thing here, this is a water valve. Right now, because it's empty, I'll show you the way this works. If that water were to rise up and this thing floats up, that's what turns the water off. So right now we're filling. So basically the problem with this thing is, every once in a while, when it comes up home and does that, it kind of skips out and does that vibration. And sometimes you'll hear a water hammer inside your house, or you hear pipes go ah. That's a sign that it's bad. Just don't even bother. The valve inside, you can kind of hear that hesitation. It's not really doing it right now, but it does it once in a while. And sometimes too, we'll be sitting in here and you'll hear the water turn on and off. And that's a sign too that your flapper valve down below there is not seated right. So one way to do it is when your toilet's filled up like this, look down below and then look inside the toilet. And if you see water running down the inside walls, like a slow dribble, that's a sign that your flapper valve is usually leaking by. So the kit I got comes with both. You got the valve here and you got a new flapper. It's a pretty much, you can get these at Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere you go. That's what you want to put in. So basically, I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to take it out real quick, put a new one in, and go from there. So I went down to turn the angle stop off first, if you look, and it's still running. So I got to go turn the water off outside. I didn't bring an angle stop, so I did not expect that to shut off. So that's another project. So basically, this water is still running through here. So if you look, I got a little bit of water coming out. So I got to go outside and turn the main off. So stand by. Okay, we're back. So I had to turn the water off. So I'm going to open up a couple of valves in your house, your kitchen faucet, bathroom faucet, anywhere nearby that we can bleed the line out. Okay. So now it's off. So now basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this step by step. Let's let all the water out of here. Keep it up all the way until all that water comes out of the bowl. Okay. Now, there's still a little bit inside there. So what you can do is, if you have a shop vac, get a shop vac and vacuum it out. Or you can just do the easy thing. Not rocket science. Come down below here. On the bottom where this hose comes in to your toilet, you'll see a nut right here. And usually they do these hand tight ones. They don't do the... a lot of times toilet valves have plastic, so you can do it by hand. If you need a wrench, grab a wrench, just do it. So basically, we're gonna unscrew this, get the thing lined up. A little bit of water is gonna come out of here. Get your thing ready. Okay, not too bad. Now, on the bottom here, there's a plastic nut. This one's got like a wing nut where you can use your hand to do it. You see that? So if you need pliers again, grab some pliers, channel locks. Untwist this thing off. Now when I pull this thing up, water's gonna come out because there's a little bit inside their tank. So I'm gonna get my bowl ready, my cup, whatever I'm using. Get it right there. And this whole thing, I'm gonna pull this goodie up. Let's undo that, okay? Get that off there. Now watch. I'm gonna pull it up, line my cup up down below, and boom. Fill her up, baby. If you get a small cup like this, just do that and then empty it out, okay? But in this case, I'm just right there on the money. Get all the water out and then look, this baby comes right out. See? That's it. That's your flush valve. Put this off to the side. Now, I'm gonna get my new one here, okay? Now if you look, take this. I got a little baggie that comes with it. I'll show you a little stuff here. Let's bring that over here. Now I'm going to try and do this with one hand. Okay, so let's get my parts out. All you're really going to have is a washer, a rubber washer, a nut, and then your plastic retaining nut that holds the bottom. So basically, I'm going to show you this. You're going to put the washer like that. Actually, here. I want this to go, come on, baby, inside like that. Okay. This is going to sit on the bottom. So this washer is what's going to seal on the inside of that hole inside there. Okay. We're going to put it in like that. Okay. See how that works? Pop it in. Boom. Now, one thing, if you look at these two, let me show you something here. On these toilets, sometimes you will have, in other words, when the water gets up this high, it'll only stop right there. So what you have to do is, on the bottom of these guys, if you look, there's that plastic nut. So check this out. You pull this nut up, and then this thing comes down. Let me see if I can hold this like this. This is fun to do. Tell you what, let's do this. There we go. See that? There we go. So I'm going to take this, and you open this up. Now what it'll do, and you lock this thing back in place. So now when you put this thing in here, if you look, this goodie now sits higher. So what's going to happen is now my flush, the float valve, will allow more water to sit up inside here. But you want to be careful not to set this thing up too high, otherwise your tank cover will hit it. So in this case, I'm looking at where that's at. If you look, kind of right there, I'm close. So I'm going to bring it back down a little bit. So again, let's put this down. I'm going to turn this in and give it more, or give it less. Okay, I'm going to put this back in, like that. If you look, I'm right there. I'm perfect. Okay? Now make sure you have it like this, so it's lined up in that position. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our plastic nut. It's going to go down below on this bottom filler tube. And you can kind of see that okay. Okay. Make sure that our valve is lined up nice in there. I want to make sure it's even, and I'm not in the way of this guy doing all this, so it's good. Okay. I'll go back down here. Tighten this baby up. Again, if you want to use a pair of pliers, you can do that too. It just makes it extra tight. Now, same thing with this. We're going to put this baby back on. Now for insurance, I'm going to get my channel locks here. See? And I'm just going to grab a little bit like this and just kind of give it a little twist. I don't want it too tight because I don't want to break the plastic and then, you know, that's good. That, see? All tightened up. Now, our water's in here. Now we're going to put the tube on. Okay, before we put the tube on, I think we're going to do this. We're going to take this flapper off. So if you look, freaking easy. See those two clips? It clips onto those side clips on the bottom of that tube. So we're going to come here, pop it up.
I didn't understand that.
Oh, my phone's talking. You hear that? I didn't ask you a question, phone. See, Android, they're hacking the world, man. I'm telling you. See, got that on there. Now, if you look, a sign of your tube or your flapper, you'll see an indention going around right here. You want to make sure that it's not worn out, because sometimes that'll be a sign around this that it could be leaking by. This one doesn't look bad, but we're going to put a new one on anyways. Okay, so we're going to put the flapper back on. Okay, I'm going to clip on the side like that. Clip, and then if you look inside there, you see that right there? Clip. Now I'm going to take my chain, my new chain that I just got. Here, let me get something here. Okay, now what I want to do here, I want to make sure that this chain is in the right position. In other words, when I pull the lever up to flush this toilet, I can't go that high because the tank lid's on there, right? So you want to find that right spot to where I'm going to hook I'm gonna put this down here like this. Leave a little bit on there. I'm gonna say right there is probably good. Okay, now I couldn't really record that because I needed 2 hands. So basically what I did was, see, I have some extra chain here, and that's only because when I pull this handle up to open the valve to flush it, I can't have this arm hitting the top of the tank lid. So you want it big enough to where it's going to drop low, and you got some slack for that chain, but also enough to open the flapper all the way up. Okay, let's get the tube now. Here's your tube. Now if you look here, you got 2 parts. You have this big plastic thing, and then you have this part. We're going to put this part on this little nozzle right here that goes inside. Okay. Okay, so let's turn it like this. Let's put our little clamp right there on the edge. I mean, not much pressure. The other thing is we have this clip. This clip's going to go, if you look inside, your water tube is going to go, it's hard to do this with one hand. Okay, I'm going to show you. You're going to put that on like this. So, okay, I pretty much just put the hose on the end of that piece right there. Now this thing here, if you look, it opens up. It's going to clip on this pipe. Oh, there we go. This part's going to clip on there. So when the water starts filling up, this is where the water comes out right here. It's going to squirt inside. So let's clip it on there and get it set up. So when I hit play, it'll blast in the toilet. Okay, so I'm going to turn the water back on and I'll show you what's up. Okay, I'm back. So remember that the angle stop down below here was still leaking by, so I got to get that fixed. But for now, we're going to turn this on. Now as you can see, water is filling up inside this guy in this tube. Now this goodie here, okay, what this is as you push this, it pinches the hose and makes it so less water fills it up fast. You know, it just reduces it pinches the tube so it reduces the flow. So now, I'm going to show you this. As it fills up, you can see how this guy's filling up now. Okay, water's filling up. Now as this thing fills up, water hits this float valve here, and it's going to slowly go back up. And that's when it turns off. So we're going to let it fill up, and I'll show you how this works. Okay, now as you can see as the water level's rising, that black float is going to start going up. Once it gets up to the stopping point, the water will turn off. Now ideally on most of these toilets, there's usually a fill line right here. You don't want it to go past that point. Otherwise water will start going into this tube. So always keep it so that it fills up. And right now, if you look where we're at, it's getting there. We're about 1 inch away. And there you go, turns off. So now if you look, if I were to push this down, it's gonna think it's still full. So, and that's pretty much it. You flush toilet, water gets empty and plunk. One thing that people don't really ever do, make sure your chain's not too long. Otherwise the chain will get stuck underneath the flapper and then get stuck, and then water will always run through because the flapper will never seal that point. So that's it. So hope you guys like my video. Hopefully it helped you out so you don't have to call a plumber. This part was $15 okay? A plumber would probably charge you probably $150 minimum to come do this. So I mean, I would probably charge someone $150 if I was doing this. Or I'm trying to remember all my past jobs, but I have to look. It depends on where you're going, the location, and all that too. But yeah, easy $150 job right here. So I just did this in literally 10 minutes. So I hope you guys like my video. please, I'm going to try and get some more videos out again. YouTube has been changing their policies around, so it's been hard to do stuff. So like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Yeah, I appreciate all your guys' help, and have a wonderful day.